disappointing loss to the Knicks last night. Both teams missing some key players. Cavs now a game behind, or half a game behind the Bucks, third in the Eastern Conference. JB Bickerstaff, about that loss to the Knicks last night where both teams were missing some key players.
I thought we played in spurts. I thought we had a good second quarter. I thought we had a good fourth quarter effort-wise. But, again, to come out of a halftime and give up 36 points, to a team that was down as many guys as they were down, that's disappointing. Defensively, we've got to be better than that. And what it came down to was a lot of one-on-one and holding your man up and them attacking our paint and then creating for each other. That happened in the first quarter and third quarter. But, we've just got to be better. You got to stand your ground at some point. And that's what I think, in those quarters, we didn't do a good enough job. I just watched us, backpedal as we were guarding guys one-on-one and allowing them to get to the paint. And when you allow them to get to the paint, now, you got to protect the paint. You're in rotation. They end up with, open shots, and, they made their shots.
Let's welcome in Chris Fedor, Cavs beat reporter for the Plain Dealer, cleveland.com. Cavs have not been great coming out of the All-Star break. How concerning is this stretch of games if you're JB Bickerstaff and the Cavs?
Well, I don't know what he was talking about after the game, to be perfectly honest with you, Dave. They scored 98 points. They only gave up 107. You can win games in the NBA giving up 107 points. Teams do it a lot. But scoring 98, if you don't crack the 100-point mark in the NBA, your chances of winning are minimal. And they've played 3 times against the New York Knicks so far this year, and they have yet to crack the 100-point mark in any of those games. So I don't know how he's focusing on the defense. I get it. He's got high standards defensively, and this is a defense-first team, and that's what he wants these guys to be built on. And he's going to continue to point to that over and over and over again to reinforce that identity. But they scored 98 points. They made 1 basket in the final 4 minutes of a game that was up for grabs. You can't win in the NBA that way with that kind of offense. So I thought last night was concerning, but I do think we have to put it in perspective. Part of the reason why they scored 98 points is they didn't have Donovan Mitchell. Part of the reason why they scored 98 points is because they didn't have Karis LeVert. When you're down 2 of your primary ball handlers, shot creators, and playmakers, it puts a whole lot of pressure on Darius Garland. And he simply wasn't good enough. They didn't get enough from the bench. The Cavs have to figure it out moving forward here down the stretch. I do think their play since the All-Star break, the level of inconsistency that they have shown, the level of sporadic play, especially on the offensive end of the floor, it's just not good enough to compete with some of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. And if they don't find their offensive rhythm that they showed in the 6 weeks without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, it's going to be an early playoff exit once again, because you cannot play offense the way that the Cavs did last night against the Knicks and the way that they have since the All-Star break and expect to consistently win NBA games, not in today's era.